I hope I can change the way you think for one small second. Question is, how many people do you think it took to make this one simple 15-cent pencil? How many people do you think it took? And this is about perspective. If you say 1 or 10, mistake. If you say 100, mistake. This took thousands and thousands of people to make this one little pencil. Sorry. It's Thanksgiving. You have to be grateful for what you have. I look at this pencil and I say to myself, wow, this graphite, just to make the graphite comes from the earth. To get the graphite out of the earth, you need equipment, Komatsu, Caterpillar, whatever. To make that, you need steel factories. Steel factories hires thousands of people to get the parts made. To make the Komatsu or the Caterpillar machine that digs it out of the ground, you need thousands of people to make the machine, to make the parts. To get to fuel it, you need fuel. You need thousands of people to get the fuel out of the ground. To get it out of the ground, you need drillers and so forth. You need thousands of people to do that. To get the graphite out of the ground and take it to a factory, you need transportation. You need the trucks. You need thousands of people to make the trucks. You need thousands of people that in the new warehouse to start fabricating the graphite in blocks. Then you need to transport that from wherever country it's coming to the United States. And that transportation to make the ship, you need thousands of people to get it to the factory here. That's just the graphite, people. Imagine the wood. You need tree cutting equipment. You need people. You need the machines that cut this thing, because a pencil is 2 square pieces with the graphite in the middle, and then they shape it into this shape. What about this metal piece here? That metal piece, where do you think that comes from? Again, thousands of people. Where does the rubber come from? The eraser, it's rubber. Thousands of people, thousands of equipment, thousands of transportation, thousands and thousands. Yet, we look at this and we don't appreciate it. On this planet, ever, has been 100 billion people that ever lived on this planet, that have ever been alive, around 100 billion. Today, we live the best life. Beginning of this century, there was no hot water. You couldn't wake up in the morning and take a hot shower and go, and relax and enjoy. The phone that you're using, the electricity that we have, the car that we take advantage, that we just look at it and we're like, yeah, we got to go somewhere. If you look at this basic pencil and begin to appreciate the comforts that you have in your life and the abilities that we have today, we live the best life any human has ever lived. And for that, and for the people that make these small things possible all the way around us, between that machine, those things that I have, the ability to print pictures, the ability to have a light, the ability to have a warehouse, the ability to turn a light on and the light just pops on, that goes to show you how lucky we are. The medical programs that we have never lived a better life. Ever. Ever. And you have to be grateful not only on Thanksgiving. Every single day you have to look around and say, wow, I have amazing opportunities to live an amazing life. And I say that because we have become so immune to these things that we have, that we focus on the 2 or 3 negative things, or so what somebody else has, or what somebody else is doing, or how far somebody else got. And then we start becoming negative. At least on Thanksgiving, switch it off and switch the positive on. If you have a choice between the option, and you can only use one, stop thinking negative or start thinking more positive, stop thinking negative. The positive, like a flower, will bloom. We as humans are wired to think negative because we were born that way. You wake up in the morning, you're like, is the lion going to eat me? Am I going to have food? Negative, negative, negative. Panic attack, always. We don't have those needs anymore. So you got to stop thinking negative and begin to allow the positive to flourish. On Thanksgiving, let the flower blossom.